What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called No Man's Home. We are currently exiting the holidays. I hope you guys had a really good Christmas. I hope you guys had a great New Year. But one of the side effects of that is that there's not a lot of stuff coming out because the little indie games, they don't really want to compete with all the mainline AAA titles that are releasing around the holidays. And so this weekend, I'm going to be relaxing my criteria a little bit, taking a look at some stuff that's further on down the list just to get us to the spot where the mainline indie games start releasing again. But even though I'm looking for stuff that's a little bit rougher, that doesn't mean that it doesn't still have promise, and I think that No Man's Home falls into that category. If you've never seen No Man's Home before, doesn't surprise me. The game's only got like 25, 30 reviews on Steam right now, and this is one of those games that's being recreated. It's being created in order to emulate something like Stalker Gamma. Now that's a tall order because Stalker Gamma is the compilation of like a decade's worth of mods and modders all working on sort of this sandbox version of Stalker where you can do whatever you want and live a life inside the zone. No Man's Home is trying to do the exact same thing, except it's wrapping the game up inside the aesthetics of a title like Far Cry 2 or something like Freeman Guerrilla Warfare. So today we're going to dive on in for about 30 minutes. We're going to see if we have a good time with it. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. The game is in early access, meaning that it's not a completed product. So keep an eye on that, but the developer does seem to be responding to feedback. He does seem quite active on various forums and things like that. He goes through, and if somebody posts a bug, he'll go back in and fix it that night. And that's a really, really good sign, along with a couple of other things that I've seen inside this title while playing for about 2 hours. Down there with the game link, you can also find a bunch of other Nerd Castle links just in case you wanted to stroke them, hug them, lick them, do whatever you want, alright? We got plenty of disinfectant, but let's start a new game. In the interest of brevity, so I like to play this game on grind mode and on Iron Man mode. I find that permadeath and also starting out with essentially nothing makes the game a lot more interesting to me. However, just because we're filming a video here right now, we're going to be able to get into the action a lot easier if we just play on normal difficulty, and then we'll just do what we always do right here. Because we're going to start out with some basics if we put it on normal difficulty. We're going to start out with an assault rifle, we're going to start out with a pistol, we're going to start off with some meds, things that will allow us to jump into the mission taking process a little bit more smoothly. Whereas if we go in grind mode, you start off buck naked with just a pistol, and you've got to find your way inside this kind of North African war zone. So let's go ahead and start her on off, and this is No Man's Home. Alright, so at the beginning of the game, you're always going to spawn in around the same spot on the map. I think it's actually got like a standardized spawn, but what we have here is our new home. This is a place that is being torn apart by like a four-way civil war between everything from a faction that's kind of like the UN to factions that are just pure-on warlords that are just trying to steal, pillage, and annihilate everything that they possibly can. Inside the storyline of the game, we are a mercenary who has arrived here to join whatever faction we want in order to make our bones. So what we should probably do right here at the outset is, A, we need to find shelter because we're in a country right now where it's presumably like 105 degrees. Being outside for long periods of time is just a recipe for way too much thirst. So I'm going to run inside this building right here. You can always tell the buildings that you can enter because they'll have windows missing, whereas if you take a look at a building like that right there, you can interact with the doors, but it always says that they're locked and you can't see through the windows, so it's not going to be accessible. There we go. We've got our first ping. So inside this game, just like in Stalker Gamma, you are part of an overall mercenary network where everybody sits around just troll posting, talking trash about murdering each other, and sort of chirping in about what's going on inside the confines of this war zone. That guy right there is from the IAB. I think that's one of the evil factions that we start out hostile with. But when you're inside these houses, a couple of key points that you're going to want to be aware of so that you don't die horribly. Who's trying to put plastic in the oven, man? Who does that? That just seems like a great way to end up with your cookware ruined. Sinks. So these sinks right here, you can use them to fill up your water. It's not letting me do it right now, but you can fill up your water bottle at sinks when you find them throughout the map. You can also interact with stuff and find things inside washing machines. You can find various scavengeables inside cabinets and stuff like that. They will help you as you go forward. I think we picked up cloth right there. But let's start out with what you start out with. We've started out with an STG. We've got a little bit of of ammunition for it, so we've probably got about 4 magazines worth of ammunition. We've started out with a 1911. We've got a whole bunch of magazines for that, like 10 magazines. We've also started out with some antibiotics, a bandage, some anti-rad medication, some sorted ammunition, some matches, which we're going to need to light fires if we ever have to cook food that we've hunted from the overall wasteland, and then the plastic and the fabric that I picked up earlier. This stuff's going to be important because you can craft with it. I don't think we can make anything out of it just yet, but if you have something like, oh, I don't know, plastic and duct tape, you can make improvised suppressors for your guns and things like that that'll make it a little bit less likely that you are detected when you plink at the enemy. The other really important resource that you're going to have is your PDA. It's got everything from little mobile games on it, but the big thing that you're trying to play around with here is the Ace GPS. This is going to allow you to see an overview of the entire zone as it stands right now. It's not incredibly large inside of the current build. I've gone all the way up to here. I've come all the way down to here, and it took me like an hour or two just to move around inside that area, but hopefully it'll expand as time goes along with more biomes and things of that nature. For right now, it's all sort of like a nondescript war zone. There will be certain things tagged on your map, like traders or jobs that you've taken from the overall mercenary network inside the area. We don't have a job right now, so it's not really that big of a deal, but if we wanted to get one, we can come over to this side, and you could take a look at every single person that's offering a job inside the zone. And these are real people. They are walking around the map right this second. They will mock you. They will make fun of you if you fail the mission. They will go after you. Can have friends in different relationships in this game if you do a lot of missions for similar guys and you have a friend. These guys will actually try to kill your friends out from underneath you, and then they'll publicly taunt you on the BBS boards about the fact that they murdered one of your friends. The chit-chat, it's all quite good, but we've got a mission right here to capture an important package. It's not that expensive of a mission, so I think we could probably take that right there. I lost a package a while ago, and now I managed to pick up a signal from the tracker that I had on it. I don't know who's carrying it, and I don't care how you take it from him. It's a metal container that's hard to miss. I marked the location on your PDA. He's currently near Lacro North, but he's not going to stay there, so we're probably going to want to get moving on that. How far north is that? Pretty far north, but it is right next to a trader, so I think that might work out okay. Let's just start heading north, and hopefully we don't get ourselves into any trouble on the way over there. There are no vault animations in this game just yet, so whenever you encounter a wall, a fence, a random knee-high obstruction, you're not going to be able to get over it. I am going to take my gun out, but in this game we don't know who's friendly and who's the enemy until we actually scan them with our binoculars. So we're going to want to keep a weather eye on the horizon just to make sure that we're not walking into any ambushes. There are people in this game that indiscriminately attack everybody that's around, and there are other factions that are neutral. You can get jobs from them, you can chat them up, you can help them out with whatever their current military objectives are to run various factions out of different corners of the map and wipe them out. It's very, very sandboxy in that regard. Oh, we got somebody over here. Who's inside this house? Somebody's inside of this house, and we don't know if they're hostile or they're friendly until we check them with the binos. They haven't seen me yet, which is actually like a really, really good thing, but I thought I saw one come out on this side. Ugh, bullets are about to ping by my head. I can feel it. I can smell it. This has the distinct smell of Splattercat about to get shot. Yep, I was correct. So they are hostile, and they are throwing grenades at me. Beautiful. Okay, well, is there anybody else outside the compound? Where's this guy at? He's over there somewhere, but I've got kind of like a reverse hill defense thing going on right now. The AI in this game is pretty intelligent. Don't underestimate it. It will circle, and it will run around on you. Like, it's not going to stay static. One of the constant facts with this game that I've been fairly impressed with is that the AI does smart things. So I'll give you an example here. Let me drink my water real fast. H is going to be your context key. Anytime you have like a status effect in your bottom left-hand corner of your screen, that means you just press the H key, and if you have the items available to fix that problem, you will fix that problem right away. I'm currently bleeding. All right, let's bandage up real fast. Caught myself a bullet, unfortunately. There we go. All right, so I'm all bandaged up. I don't know if there's more of them in here, but before I start looting, I want to get inside the building. I want to reload, and we need to be sheltered for right now because it's an absolute scorcher of a day. So Did I hear footsteps on my left? It's an absolute scorcher of a day, so it's going to be smart for us to occasionally take breaks inside of houses to kind of ease up on the amount of water supplies we're going to be using while moving around the map. One good thing is that we found food over here. I have found food in this game to be in incredibly short supply, and so typically I end up hunting and just stockpiling it or whatever while I'm out there. Are animals like ibexes and boars and wolves and things of that nature cruising around the map. They will attack patrols and other entities that are around and cause firefights. You will hear them out on the horizon. So this guy's got an AS Val with him for right now. This guy's got an MP5. Rago Abbas. Hey, he's got a bandage to replace the one that I lost, so that's good. And he's got some household supplies. Okay, household supplies not crazy useful for right now. It looks like we've got a little bit of a dust storm kicking up too. I'm wondering if we're going to have an emission. Yes, this game has emissions just like Stalker Gamma, and occasionally you will have to run your ass back inside in order to dodge the radioactive explosions. It will lead to interesting firefights because... Ooh, somebody's shooting. Can I see who's shooting? What do we have going on out here? I hear a gunfight happening, but I don't see any movement. It's probably that house right there would be my estimate. There's probably like factions fighting over there. We more than likely don't want to run into the center of it and end up somebody's bullet backstop. I saw a tracer fly that way. I can't see out of this window, but I would be able to see out of this one. Okay, so it looks like we've got loners, and it looks like they're fighting with somebody. It looks like they're fighting with renegades right now. And they do take cover and stuff. Like, they will prioritize taking cover and hiding from gunfire. That's kind of a long engagement for an STG, so I'm not going to take it for right now. I will loot the rest of this house, though, while we're inside of here. I was hoping that we would find some WD-40 around because we start out with our gun a little bit damaged, and once it gets past the 50% threshold, there's just no fixing it anymore. It's going to degrade until it starts jamming like crazy, at which point you're just going to have to buy a new gun, unfortunately, because there are no crafting systems or anything to strip off parts from your guns in order to fix them by like flat replacing receivers and stuff like that. And so the game is in a very, very early state at the moment. I'm going to try to stay in cover, although we do have water over here. Be careful about crossing water in this game. It tends to irradiate your character, and in getting irradiated, finding radiation medicine... Oh, we got more guys over there. What are they doing? Are they hostiles? No, they're loners, and it looks like they're actually cheesing it up out of the facility. Okay, well, let's pay attention to cover. Let's get across the bridge real fast, and if I can get back behind this semi-trailer right here... I know that my flank is secured because those guys aren't hostile. They aren't friendly either, but they are hostile to any guys that might potentially be shooting at me. Is that a bad guy right there? It is indeed a bad guy. So what we're going to want to do is see if we can help out with that gunfight a little bit. Who else is shooting? We want to be careful about hitting friendlies, though, right now. I do wish that there was a tagging system that the game had, like on your binoculars, where you could hit like the interaction key, and in hitting it, it would put like a little red arrow or a blue arrow or a white arrow above people's heads so that you could tell them apart in combat. Because as it stands right now, all the factions in this game... Oh, okay, all right. All the factions in this game look kind of similar, and they can be hard to pick out in the greater arrangement of the scenescape. Like, they're all just kind of guys that are in multicam that all look sort of similar to one another, which means that I am constantly accidentally shooting people in this game that I didn't mean to shoot. There was one up in that window, wasn't there? I'm just going to suppress him a little bit and then get in here for cover. That guy's not shooting at us, so I'm going to assume that he's actually a friendly. But I don't really want to take out my binos to find out. Yeah, he's a loner, so he's going to be cool with us. I'm going to try to loot these bodies real quick without getting myself smashed, because guns are actually kind of valuable when you sell them off. We got a digital assistant right there, and then we smoke this guy. He's got an M16. Okay, I'll take all of your stuff, and the extra matches are going to be pretty helpful, too. We do need to get up inside that house, and we need to dig that guy out of there. Oh, Christ, we're being shot at again. All right, let's fall back. I don't know if I want to intrude up in here to try to get this guy, or if I just want to accept that the situation is what it is and leave and stay on my mission. Because there's a slight chance all the other mercenaries in the zone are doing missions as well. So other people can pick up missions that you're trying to accomplish and complete them before you get there. And so it's usually a good idea to be Johnny on the spot and go fast. I'm bleeding again. I'm always bleeding. Unfortunate. It would be nice if it threw blood splats on the ground or something when you had like the bleeding effect. That way you could see where big firefights happen. We got an MP5. What are you doing, dwarf? I mean, he's got food. That's good. I know you have the PDA. Don't try to fool me. Leave it or I will put a hit out on you. It's simple as that. Okay, I will drop that because he's from a faction that I would prefer to stay friendly with. I'm guessing that's what their mission was over here. That's why it was tagged as red, is because their little hit squad, they were over here to kill the guy that had that PDA and complete the mission. So I'm going to throw it on the ground and just leave it where it lies. What I'm looking for right now is WD-40 or anything else that might be helpful. I'm irradiated from the rain, which kind of sucks. We'll get rid of that. Radiation medication. Oh, there's a relic over here. Nice, dude. Maybe that's why I'm irradiated, is because there was a relic over on this side. So just like in Stalker, you will find relics around, artifacts. They don't do anything at the moment, and you don't have any equipment slots. I'm hoping that future updates to this game, they add body armor, they add clothing so that you can customize out your character in the way that you look, because this is a game where you have legs. There's no mirrors or anything for you to look at yourself, but it's still like one of those nice details that I'd like to see. Because there's friendlies around, they don't like it when you have your gun up, and so I'm going to put my gun down and we're just going to kind of do our thing. I'm still irradiated, probably from the relic that's on my person right now. Hopefully we can sell the damn thing off though and make a good amount of money, at least enough. Oh, we've got an emission. Okay, well I'm going to go, well, I guess I'll hang out with these guys actually and see if there's anything else that I can do. Each of these guys, you can talk to them. And so like, are you selling anything? He's not really selling anything. He does want cooked meat. These are the things that they want to buy. They will buy these things at like a 10 times markup. And so if you do have stuff that they want, feel free to give it to them from time to time, because not everybody wants the same things. And if you're offering them something they have no use for, they are going to stop caring pretty quickly, and they're only going to pay you a couple of bucks. This guy over here wants household supplies. I'd be okay with selling off some of those for like a quick 40 bucks. So we'll add a little bit of cash to our pocket, but our gun's getting kind of shredded right now. That sucks. Like, I would really prefer, you hear all that gunfire? That's because everybody on the map is running into a house right now, and it causes interesting situations to unfold, just like when you're playing Stalker Gamma. I'll see you on the other side when this mission's over, and then we'll get back out there and see if we can complete our mission. Hopefully our mark actually made it to cover, because I don't want to find the case laying in the middle of the wasteland somewhere out there. Kind of is what it is. There are other little details too, like for example, if you take out your PDA during an emission, it's just wiped out. You can't use any type of electronic device while the emission's going off. Radiation is eating us alive right now. That kind of sucks. I'm going to see what this guy has going on. You selling anything? He wants to buy an AS Val. I mean, I have an AS Val. You can take it. It's completely and totally useless to me, so you're welcome to have it. He also wants mission documents, and it looks like he's selling cigarettes, and he's selling 545. Okay, well, we'll look for more people that we can drop stuff off with as time goes along. But it looks like any type of water actually gets us irradiated. With dead bodies laying around everywhere and nightfall upon us, it may be a good idea to figure out a place to sleep. This guy's selling alcohol. It's going to be 300 bucks for a bottle of Jack? Damn, dude, my entire life I've never been a big fan of Jack Daniels. I've always felt like Jack Daniels tastes like a big old cup full of smoker spit. But Jack Daniels does make a bottle of whiskey that I like now. They make like a honey whiskey that's really, really good. Let's see if we can find a house that actually has a bed inside of it, because we need to sleep till morning, which will probably lose a little bit of health. I can cure my radiation right now, but I don't think it's actually going to stay gone because I'm carrying an artifact. Chemicals are pretty valuable. I'll take those. Hey, a spray can. Very nice. Oh, no, that's not what I needed. I was looking for WD-40. We got household supplies right there. The flashlight in this game does have a little bit too much glow to it when it bounces off of surfaces, and the audio is not EQ'd super well. So they're going to have to work on their directional audio. They're going to have to work on the volume of the directional audio, too. In this game, you can hear people talking and, like, mumbling to each other from, like, 50 miles away, and it's one of those things that's kind of hard to keep track of when it comes to the directional audio. So that is a particular area where I can see some improvement with this title. There is a bed inside of this house, so this one right here I can crash out inside of until morning, which I think will be a solid play. I'm glad I didn't buy the whiskey because I got a whiskey out of a cabinet inside this building, and so I'm going to make a bandage out of it real quick. and then I'm probably just gonna apply said bandage just to get some HP returned. You will find camps and stuff in this game. They will have collections of different faction members and whatnot. Good places to get missions, good places to do some trading. We are now hungry and thirsty. That's okay, because both my hunger and my thirst are ready to rock in terms of my supplies, so I think we're gonna be all right. Since we slept and nothing bad happened, I am pretty sure that the gem inside of our inventory is probably not leaching radiation everywhere. Who are you? You selling anything? Do you want anything that I have access to? I'm looking for just about anybody that has the willingness to buy this gem that I have on me. What do you want for that bandage right there? 150? I'll take it. If you can't find somebody to supply you with the objects that you need in this game, there is a network on your PDA where you can call in drone drops, and you'll hear them coming on in. The problem is that they make a big racket, and other people see that, and if they are not aligned with you, they will come and they will try to jack your drone drop, so like you're gonna have to guard it, or just hope that there's nobody around that's malevolent. I found a Nokia phone over here. The one thing that would survive the apocalypse. Frankly, that AK is actually not in the worst shape. I'm going to rock with the AK for a minute because I don't want this gun to degrade any further. I'm also going to put in my sidearm real fast so that I have something on me. However, we are going to be subject to gun jams from here on in because we are well within the red territory with this firearm. Gun jams, they have a tendency to happen in this game at the worst possible moment. So this is going to make our lives a little bit more difficult when we get into actual tango combat, like with guys over here, but for now, it'll have to do just to save the durability on my other gun. We can go into this garage on this side. What's in this garage? Oh, vendors. Nice, dude. So we've got a weapon trader over here. I don't know if I have, like, the weapons are going to be catastrophically expensive. Buying a new gun or like a suppressor or just little gun mods and things like PSO scopes and whatnot, it's going to cost you. He doesn't want phones, so he's looking for pills. He's looking for household supplies. I have those. He also wants to get his hands on just like a little tiny like AKS UB or US or whatever. He's trying to get like the little stubby boy AK into his possession. I'll sell you that for right now because I don't want to carry it around with me. And what do these other vendors have on them? We got the ammo trader and we've got the medicine trader. Okay. As far as ammo's concerned, we could probably get away. No, do not sell that. I was trying to unload it. But as far as ammo's concerned, I will sell you 5.56. I will sell you whatever I've got left hanging around just to make some extra cash. 200 bucks is 200 bucks. I need 7.62. So it's 90 rounds. I'll take 90 rounds of 7.62. That sounds like it'll be all right. And the medicine trader, do you have anything that will be helpful? I could use some anti-rad medicine. That would be a pretty solid pickup. God, dude, they're busting mad caps off in the distance right now. All right, I'm going to pick that up real quick. And that's kind of the circular nature of the game, is that you get out here and you do missions to earn money so that you can buy the supplies you need to last long enough to do your next mission and survive it. There are no vehicles, there are no MRAPs or anything in the title right now, but I do think that would be a really cool addition, is that as the game goes along, each of these factions kind of moves up a tech tree, and they get access to more and more stuff as the war escalates and gets nastier and gets more down and dirty. That'd be a very, very cool evolution of the combat in this title as you move along. We got some ibexes over here. I'm going to drop them real fast because frequently people get hungry on the map. There we go. And they buy meat a lot. So if I can find a place to cook up all this meat, we can be just kind of the McDonald's of the wasteland. And it's pretty rare that you just stumble across a herd like that. Normally you gotta hunt them, and so since I already stepped across them, we might as well get on in here. Okay, so we've got like 400 meters left to go until we make it to our destination. I will cut you guys back in once we're ready to lay some bomb down on the enemy. A little bit of that chopper action. Oh, as I was moving towards my objective, we just got jumped by a squad out here. So we're going to have to figure out how we want to rectify that. Spoiler alert, I'm going to rectify it with bullets. That's the way that I'm going to get this done. I don't know if they've taken the downstairs floor. They are outside, though, and they are aware of me now. One of them was hacking up a lung, and I peeked him through the window, and he instantly shot at me, so pretty strong chance he's not a friendly. There we go. We got him. And we're not bleeding. You got anything good on you? He's got an AK. I'll take the AK. I probably don't need the pile of pills. What happens when I combine those? I haven't really like tried to combine some of these things yet. All of the different crafting recipes in this game are gonna be emergent. You just gotta figure them out as you go. I only want this AK. Oh, it's in better condition than my other AK. Okay. Well, let's equip it. It's in better condition. I'll unload all my ammo out of that one, and we'll wait until we see if we can find somebody that's actually willing to take that. Both of my guns, unfortunately, are in bad condition right now, which means that I can't really... Hey, we can make better gun care. Nice. That's a new recipe that I just learned. There we go. Now we're actually strapped on in for a good gunfight. We've actually got our stuff in green condition, which is going to lower our chance that it breaks mid-combat. Trust me. You do not want to unjam a gun in this game in the middle of a firefight. It takes a long time. I'm trying to stay out of the rain, but it sounds like there's another bad guy that's walking up on us right now. Is he an enemy? Oh, no, he's a good guy. All right, he's actually on our team. I don't want to be in the rain because I don't want to get irradiated. I don't know, dude. You get too irradiated just walking around getting shot at too much, and one day your dick falls off and just falls on the ground and makes the sound of an empty Coke bottle. And that's something that I really, really do not want to happen to me. In the meantime, there's got to be a bridge crossing here. So if I go to the right, there's a bridge crossing. That's a safe house right there where I can actually cook some of this food and then sell it to people to make a little bit of side cash. There's also a vendor right up there, which makes me pretty happy. Oh, this guy's coming to me right now. I may have to cross the water and get irradiated just to get him. Oh, is it that guy that we had on the binos right there? Is he with a friendly... Is he with a friendly faction? Who are these guys? Okay, these guys are cool. Would you, sir, like to... Oh, he's in combat right now. That means there's bad guys around here somewhere because they're holding, like, a position. Okay, well, just don't shoot me, and I think we'll be good. I need to go get a good look at this guy that I'm supposed to whack and take the case from, because we may be ruining our faction reputation with somebody by doing this. I'm going to take this tall hill over here, and I'm going to look at him from there. I think he's inside the house. Oh, no, he got killed by somebody. The package is just laying on the ground. All right. Well, we got hostiles over there, so we got insurgents on that side that are more than likely going to run into this guy very, very soon. So let's take up a position. I think I can get into that house right there, and if I can get on the roof, we may actually have, like, advantageous aim on all of them. And they haven't seen me yet, so, like, screw it. All right, let's get up on the roof, see if we can put some dock on these boys. Got that one. The laser god over there just like shredded me. Sometimes the AI is very, very accurate in this game. Sometimes they're not. I think it has to do with how experienced they are. If you notice, when you go over the top of them, sometimes it'll be like he's an experienced survivor. And I found that those ones are a lot more accurate when it comes to tagging you. I don't know if I got that one on the hill. Either he moved or I got him. Difficult to say right now until we actually go check and run his pockets. I am kind of beat to hell at the moment, and the day's getting hotter. You can see all the little shimmer lines and mirages and whatnot. Let's just loot these guys real quick. I need something to heal myself with, and so if they've got something I can heal myself with, that'd be great. I'm going to use a bandage for right now just to get a little bit of HP back. There we go. That'll work. I will take your Val because I've noticed a lot of people like Vals in this game. I'm going to unload that AK real quick, but I don't know if I'm going to hold on to it. What have you got? Household supplies? There's another dead one up here on the hill. All right, what do you have going on? Malik the Burnout. Okay. Well, he's got a 74U, yeah. Do I want that? I don't know, I guess I'll take it. Did I get this guy? Oh, I did. I got him. Occasionally, look at their backpacks. They will mount objects to their backpacks from time to time, and you can loot those by mousing over them. So what I'd like to do for right now is let's go hit this vendor. We do have to drop this case off with its original owner or whoever it was that was trying to procure it. We've got to give it back to them. There will be hit squads coming for us. Occasionally you'll get direct messages from people on your phone that'll be like, I'm coming for you, bitch. Like, I want that case. And so we're going to have to watch our backs as we move our way over there because it's a hot day. I'm going to have to drink and eat a lot too. All right, let me get inside real fast. Stamina's not coming back at a good rate either. This is probably going to be one of the mini vendors because it doesn't look like we can get inside. Yeah, this is just a medicine vendor over here, unfortunately. I was hoping they would have a gun vendor or somebody I could give my stuff to, but what are you trying to buy right now, man? Do I have anything that you're trying to buy? If I have something that you're trying to buy, I'll sell it to you. Or we could just offload all of our guns at a premium just to clear out space. Like, we're not gonna, well, I guess it's not at a premium, at a markdown. We're not gonna make much money off of this, but it does free up space, and it does give us a little bit of spending cash to play around with for the time being. I don't know what you want for like a morphine, but I would take a morphine. 300 bucks for a morphine? All right, I'll take the morphine. Morphine refills your entire health bar, so it's a good idea to have one on you here and there. When it comes to our drop spot, it looks like we're going to run past a safe house in order to get there. Let me upgrade the job right there. Yeah, we got a walk in front of us, so I got to make it to the road, but I did want to check out a safe house, because in all the hours that I've played this game, I've never gone to a safe house before, and so I'm curious about it. I don't know if they end up being fast travel spots or what. Oh, you done messed up, brother. You done messed up. You're in the wrong neighborhood all by your lonesome. And because I'm behind him, I can kind of walk up on him without him seeing me. I should be able to mag dump him if I can get close enough. Alright, one less FOA in the field. What you got in them pockets, brother? What you got going on? You got an alcohol? Okay, I'll take an alcohol and I'll take a PDA. Why not? He was rocking a Luger. That's all that he had was a little old loogie boy. That's what you start out with when you play this game on poverty mode, is you start out with a Luger. It gets the job done. I've actually been impressed by the time to kill on most of the weapons in this game. Enemies go down quick if you're landing your shots. I don't know if it's like a one shot to the head kills everything type game, but I do notice that guys go down very fast when you hit them in the head. PH 40. Can I combine these into like anything useful? I will make myself a bandage, I think, real fast. There we go. Quick bandage. I don't have any other supplies to fall back on, though, for right now. There's plastic in there. If I had duct tape, I might be able to make myself... Was that a guy? Oh, I thought I saw a guy out there. If I had like one or two more things, I might be able to make myself a suppressor for the Colt. That way, when we take down guys like that one we just got, we can do it silently. Just... and down they go. Well, there's a duct tape right there. If I take that and I take that, I can make a can suppressor, and then I can throw it on my 1911, and voila. I did find a campfire over here, but I'm being shot at by guys inside those houses, and so they do have pretty good awareness if they're sitting around waiting on you. Let me cook this up real fast. Yeah, light the fire. And then let me cook these meats, because loads of people on the map want cooked meats. It's an easy way to make 800, 900 bucks here and there. If you've got like a character that's starving on the map because he couldn't find cans of food or anything, you can supply that and keep him alive, and it'll make him your buddy a little bit. We are going to have to find a faucet as we work our way south through Lecro or Lacro. When we move down through there, we're going to need to find a faucet because my water supplies are almost out. I've seen a lot of people on the forums miss this. You can see how many drinks of water you have left. Just bottom left-hand corner of your inventory right there. Everything is very, very kind of placeholdery at the moment, but it is there. There's 2 cooked meats. I don't want to waste matches because they're actually kind of rare throughout the game. I don't find matches that often. All meat cooked, and it's time to get back on the road, man. I need this $1,800 paycheck. Real bad. Coming up on our drop spot. It was a long, arduous journey to get here. There were a lot of wolves and things that tried to eat me on my way over here. And it sounds like we've got contact over here. I can't see them, though. Like, I heard their radio chatter, so they're definitely over here. Let's see if we can avoid them. We'll drop this off real fast to get our payday. There we go. Place the package. That's back inside of there. Then, after you turn in the quest, you're going to have to go to your PDA. You go to jobs. You're going to scroll all the way up to the top, and you're going to report the mission complete to that guy. And there you go. You're now going to get your paycheck. We are now $2,000, well, $1,500 richer than we were before, which means that we actually have a little bit of spending cash to play around with now. But as it stands at the moment, how do I feel about this game? I think it's promising. It's not going to be there for a while, but it's promising. Little things like the AI actually being good at being AI and trying to outmaneuver you are very, very cool things that are very rare to see inside the confines of modern gameplay design. Like, I can't tell you how many times games are ruined by just the dog-brained AI that they put into it, and I think that it's cool in this game that when you fire on a squad, they scatter, they spread out, they take cover. One or two of them will try to suppress you while one or two of the other ones try to, like, surround you and basically flank you. There's a lot of interesting things going on with the AI in this game, and the fact that they've got that foundationally complete before the rest of the content is a really good sign, because most games just completely and totally ignore their AI, which then makes the game not feel as alive, not as fun. As it stands in terms of content right now, the game's pretty light on it. There's only like a handful of guns, a handful of items and lootables, a handful of different building layouts. I think those are areas that they could improve on. But the big one for me at the moment is just the soundscape. It sounds good when you're just walking around the map like right now, but when it comes to enemy chatter, enemy interactions, the directional sound, the loudness of it, the overall audio balancing of the game needs a pretty solid look, because you're going to have to when you first start playing. I found certain parts of the game to be deafeningly loud when I first booted it up, and other ones were like so quiet that I couldn't hear them. Hell yeah, dog food. I'll take that right there. Give it to me. Who doesn't love a big old heaping spoonful of dog food every now and again? Keep you in line with your more primal nature. Put that inside of you. But the game is fresh. The game is new. It's definitely in an early iterative state right now, but they have paid attention to things that I think matter with a title like this. And so I'm definitely going to keep an eye on it. For the moment, you'll probably get like maybe 5 or 6 hours out of it before you've seen everything there is to see, because I've played for about 3 hours and I feel like I've just about seen every gun. I feel like I've gone through the same blueprint of houses over and over and over again, picked up the same items. I would like to see equipment added to the game, so things like comtacks, helmets, armor, things that make your character more resilient, or, you know, camelbacks that take up slots that allow you to hold more water, upgradable water bottles, upgradable weapons. There are some minor weapon upgrades right now, like you can put reflex sights and things on guns, or scopes on guns, but you're gonna have to get a whole lot more in depth, because you are competing with a lot of titles right now with this game. I heard someone talking. Where are they? I heard them talking over here. But for the moment, this is No Man's Home. I think the game is actually pretty sick for a first patch, and I haven't really had any crashes or bugs or anything else like that along the way. There's occasional jank where like the AI will bug out and just stand there while you murder it, but nothing too terrible. Obviously, the asset-y appearance of the game, too, is going to be one of those things where there is absolutely zero stylization inside of this. Oh, I'm being shot at. By whom? Or was that fire that was being shot at somebody else that just happened to zip by my head? I think it was probably the latter. If I had to hazard a guess, somebody was shooting at somebody else, and that was just a bullet that arced over the hill and then fell near us. But my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were fooling around with a title called No Man's Home, one of those little sleeper games that kind of slipped in between the cracks that nobody's really talking about right now. Give this one a year or so and kind of see where it's at. For right now, it's very playable if you enjoy the Stalker Gamma-style gameplay loop. And who knows where it'll be in a year, because the developer's moving like a madman. He's fixing things, he's patching things, he's making stuff work. Oh no, dude, there's so much GRF over there. Well, at least these guys weren't hostile. These guys are fighting with somebody else, and they're about to get ran into because this guy didn't notice. Yeah, we may have some problems on our hands here before too long. Maybe I'll just sling a little bit of lead down there. I got one of them. They're shooting back, but he's now noticed them now that they're discharging weapons. Come on. Let's kind of hard to say if I'm on target. Oh, I'm out of ammo right when I had them lined up perfectly, too. Upsetting as hell. Oh, we're taking fire from everywhere right now. But either way, I will see you all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. I'm trying to feature the smaller titles over the course of the weekend, just due to the fact that nothing really releases in the holiday season. I will catch you all later, and that's all I got for you, folks. Bye.